Hello and welcome back to Gnomoria, to Spider Slaughter, the 6th day of summer, and a Mant invasion. It's not so bad, I suppose. The silvery lookers of battle will get some good combat practice, I imagine. Oh, wow, I thought you were about to try and bust down the wall, then I was a little bit concerned. Now, it hasn't been long since I last left you. In fact, in game terms, it's probably been a few seconds. Let's just check out what's going on. We've got combat going on. We've got Toz and Webster versus many Mants. Let's have a look. One of the Mants has fallen to the ground thanks to a shot from Webster to the left leg. Any other cool things? Any Mant's been blinded? Another man fell to the ground, this time from Toz. And another one from Webster. And another one from Toz. Well done, guys. You're doing quite well. Let's check these guys out. In fact, annoyingly, I can't tell which one they're attacking, so we'll leave you to it, actually. Now, the art room is fine where it is. In the last episode, I said 3 engravings when I was looking at 4. It wasn't that I counted them wrong, it's that my brain just decided to make a fool of me, basically. Said, I know what word you want to use. I know what number you're thinking of, but I'm just going to give you the wrong word. And you're not going to notice. But the others will notice. Your viewers will notice and they will comment about it. You can always trust Halcyon to correct me. Thank you, Halcyon. You are keeping me ever watchful of my brain's attempts to ridicule me. Another Mant's been spotted. I don't know if this is a new one or one that we've seen before. But we're going to continue. Now, in this episode, I would like to get to work on this. So, let's go ahead and lay down the foundation for this, shall we? And out of what wood? I would like to say pine. I like the look of pine, so let's make this out of pine logs. Where are you? Log wall. We don't have any pine logs. Drat. Okay, we're gonna make it out of birch logs then. Next best thing. We'll bring it down to about there. Like so. Like that. Now we'll let you guys get on with that, but well, actually no, we'll also replace the floor. So, what kind of floor do we want? Now we can have thatched floor if we want. It's gonna be like a barn area with a thatched floor. Let's see what a thatched floor looks like. It is very yellow. I'm not sure I like it, honestly. I just don't know. We could have like a flagstone floor. But this is the bottom layer. No, we'll go with no. Because of that like checkered appearance. No, we won't have that. We'll have a proper floor. Let's go for block floor. And we'll drag this out. And it should look good. There we go. Now we'll let you guys get on with that. Though we should consider dropping a single torch. Well, I don't know. I don't think torches will actually be that necessary in these areas. So what we could do in the meantime is designate the pastures. Now this is going to be our yak pasture. There we go. This one will be our emu pasture. There we go. And finally, our alpaca pasture. Nice. So, we'll let you guys get to work. I believe we've turned off the automatic slaying of our animals, so we should be okay to just undesignate those areas. And hopefully, one of our ranchers will suddenly realize that there's a job to be done and rush off to do it. That would be the best bit. Now, let's just make sure that our furnace is making the right amount of things. Someone did point out that I was making the coal out of pine. So there's that one. And given that there are currently 4 crates, not 3, we'll set it to 128. And finally then, 128 of anything. But I've been thinking, and I am wondering if having 32 stored there is really necessary. I don't know. But whilst we let that all go and get made, let's look at further developing our metal area. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be annoying if it keeps capturing my view like this. Damn it. I can turn that off, but I don't really want to turn it down. Seems like that would be a risky thing to do. Now, the question is, what building makes a wrench? What building do you guys think would make a wrench? I'm sort of leaning towards the blacksmith. I really don't know. Oh wow, they need a lot of different things. A ball-peen hammer. That's kind of cool. There's the metalworker and the blacksmith. I think the metalworker does like just regular crafts and things like that. So I would say it would be the blacksmith. That's my guess. We're also going to need an anvil. So I would very much like it if you would make an anvil out of copper. Move that up. And when you've got one, go ahead and make a blacksmith. We're going to need another hearth and another bellows. That's fine. We can get those made. Where are you? Hearth and bellows. There we go. Crossbow stock. Soon, very soon, we will have you. Fear not. We will have you again, Tinkerer's Workshop, and you will make amazing tinkery things. Now, one thing we stopped doing a little while ago was building the bedrooms. Let's get rid of that dirt clump there. And instead make a bunch of walls. Now for these walls we're going to want planks. We're going to want them to be birch planks. So let's get that done. Straight up there. And straight up there. We'll just wait for those to be made first. In the meantime, we do need a torch over here, so let's go and get that built. So we want furniture, torch. We've got a pine torch. That's excellent. We like that. Ah! There we go. Now, once we've got these bedrooms, that should actually bring us a little bit closer towards the amount of beds we need. Though, I have a feeling that our first nomad wave is going to be absolutely enormous. Based on the fact that we've suddenly got a much more valuable fort, and they fixed the formula that deals with nomads, so I can only imagine it's going to involve an enormous amount of stuff going on. Now, let's just get rid of this whole area. This is ultimately wanted for farmland. Everything's going well. Our ranchers are doing their jobs. Mostly. Things are going okay, I think. Yes. Are there torches there? No, there are not. That's interesting. Let's get some torches there. So furniture, torch. Well, good. Just keeping up the torch. Pine torches. I will have them there, and there, and What's in these crates? I would like to think that the vast majority of crates are now going to be empty. Since we got rid of so much of that hide and those bones. But I suspect that might not be the case. What's the hunch? We should also probably build the clay, the pottery, the kiln, the potter's workshop. They haven't gotten to this yet, and it's probably going to be a while. But while all of this is going on, Silvery Lookers of Battle are probably getting quite good at what they're doing. Check you out. You got any wounds? Yes, an injured thorax, abdomen, right arm, right leg, head, and left antenna. Have any of them died? No. Far too much to hope for, I'm afraid. A couple of group fights. The reason why I would like to get our metal working industry up and running as soon as possible is that if we can get a Tinkerer's Workshop up and running, I'll finish off the construction of our mechanical wall. I will also fill that little corridor with traps. I may even change the shape of this area to extend the corridor so we've got more traps and more doors. Then I'm going to wall off an area and hook that up to another mechanical door. Yes, I know, quite a lot of planning involved in this. I'm going to station our melee military in here, beyond the row of traps. And then I'm going to trigger the door so that our warriors are locked, basically in a courtyard. And hopefully... well, I'll have to get someone out there to remove that first. But basically, I don't want our warriors going out to fight the Mants. I want the Mants to have to fight their way through the doors, through the traps, into our warriors and our alpaca soldiers. It will be grand. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Right, what we would like to do here is build some doors. Now, where's the doors? We've got some stone doors or some birch doors. I would like some stone doors, honestly. And then I think a birch door here. There we go. Now we're going to have stairs up towards the back leading out. But other than that, we'll probably have one torch in here. Maybe even on a pedestal. I don't know. I've not decided on that yet. I kind of want to have this, just for aesthetics, be too tall. This barn section with stairs going up, and then on the second floor, but the third level up, will be the actual rooms. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I could also have some butchers up here. That's the other option. But again, don't know. I mean, it certainly would be useful to have the butchers here. And then perhaps another butcher somewhere nearby where the corpse stockpile is, so they're not hauling the bodies all the way downstairs. But the thing with that is if I do that, then they're going to be hauling the meat all the way downstairs, and there's going to be more meat than there will be. You know, these are going to be the smallest expression of the amount of meat and bones that's going to exist when you butcher an animal. So I don't think it's realistic. I mean, it would be great if I could build like an above ground. Oh dear me! They've stolen the floors. Those thieves! I should have seen that coming. My bad. Daisy. Let's get this all sorted out, shall we? Dear me. And let's cancel these charges and have them replace the floor instead. Oops-a daisy. And do it once again. Place that one on this one. Thank you, please. Now, looks like we've got torches going up. That's awesome. But if I don't make this too tall, then I could just have a torch in the middle here, and that would be fine. The only reason why the height of this room would matter is what you see here. You get that banding effect with the light. It doesn't travel up, basically. It'll only travel down. Which makes that kind of annoying. Now, I could fix that by having the torch suspended on a little pedestal. But I'm not sure I like that idea. I'm going to have to think about it. Well, I suppose I could. Yeah, okay, let's do that then. I am going to have you build me a pillar, but the pillar is going to be made of rock, isn't it? Yes, so... Right, carpenter, I would like a pillar made. I would like it to be a fantastic pillar. Can you make pillars? No, you can't. Wow, you're useless. What a useless carpenter. That's annoying. Okay, change the plan then. We're just going to have to build a wall. So, first we'll have a wall. It'll be a plank wall again, made a birch plank wall. It'll be here. Then we want a floor, a birch plank floor. I suppose we could have an applewood floor. Maybe give it a bit of a distinction. And then stairs up. Really doesn't matter what we make these stairs of because it's going to be very temporary. But I suppose we should now actually put some flooring there. This floor will be made of birch. So it's the same color as the lower walls. There we go. They should be able to get that done pretty quickly. Now then. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Mant has died. Well, our Mant problem has been solved. Unfortunately, it has been solved by goblins. Not any old goblin either. Goblins wearing... Oh my lord. They're wearing steel. It's fully coated in steel. Look at its combat skills. What's it wear? Oh, dear me. An iron here. What's your health like? Oh, it's in fine health. Barely dented. Nothing to worry about. See, this is one of the problems with having updated the way we have. Is the game has just thrown extremely powerful enemies at us. Look at all these Mants. Are any of these guys hurt? Or have they literally just waded through the Mants like they weren't even there? That is terrifying. Quite frankly, I am scared of what those guys are. Mants, get over there. Avenge your brothers by slaying these goblin scum. Come on, fight. Let's check. Have we got a combat log for that? Is this some sort of crazy... Yes, okay, let's have a quick look at what happened between the Mants and the goblins. Goblin bashes a steel shield, smashing the chitin. Goblin does a lot of damage. Misses once. The Mant bites. The Mant's left compound eye has been mangled and she's temporarily blind. The Goblin's just getting loads of attacks. I wonder if there's a problem with the Mant, whether it was knocked down or winded or something. Because it didn't look like the Mant was retaliating, but it seems to be now. I'm not really sure what was happening there. Perhaps it's multiple goblins. Yeah, okay, so 3 goblins versus 2 Mants. That would explain it. But yeah, it doesn't look like the goblins are really taking much of a problem at all. What did the goblin do there to kill the Mant? Iron hammer at the Mant, hitting the thorax, crushing the chitin, and crushing the heart. He hammered the Mant's heart. That is terrifying. Well, so every look is a battle. You've been working for a while. I appreciate this, but I need you to shoot them. Find a kink in their armor. Have they got? No, they don't. There's no part of their body that isn't covered. That's not good. Where's the iron one? He's fighting. No, still in good health. Again, no part of him isn't covered. What about the Mants? Oh, the Mant worker is not happy. What about this man? This Mant worker isn't happy either. Oh my lord. This is what you get when you upgrade to the latest version without starting a new game. The game will do its best to force you to start a new game via losing your current one. But no, we're going to strive onwards. Spider Slaughter may now be locked in some sort of doom spiral. It may be too late for us, but we are going to strive. We are going to go on, and if we do die, it will be heroically. It will be in an epic way. And that is all I can give to my brave and noble warriors. A heroic death. At the end of a trap-filled corridor. That I was intended to use on Mants, but now probably will have to use on Goblins. Aha! Now, let's have a look. Felling axe, cutting wheel. What? Ball-peen hammer. Oh no. Drat! Doesn't appear that... Wow, that's annoying. Okay. What about the machine shop? Chair, cutting wheel. The engineers? Okay, let's check out the machine shop. We need one workbench, we've got one of those, a chair, and a cutting wheel. Let's build this down here. So we want another chair. Make it so. And this is going to require 4 planks, that's fine. Okay, and we would like a cutting wheel. And the cutting wheel is going to take 1 bar. So go ahead and make that out of copper, please. Now, we really should set up a stockpile for the bars that we're going to have here. So let's go ahead and make Blacksmith copper. I'm not going to make too many of these. Probably copper, bronze. Well, given what this guy makes, it's probably just going to be copper and bronze. Maybe not even bronze. What kind of things do you make? You make pickaxes, files, ball-peen hammers. Okay, yeah, copper and bronze we'll have. I don't really want them to be storing more than... to be making expensive bars into regular tools. That doesn't make much sense. Though, we are going to use bronze for this, but I'm not going to use like silver and stuff like that. The reason why I'm going to use bronze is because I'm assuming that it'll have an effect on the speed that the tool can be used for. But that'll be it. Then we'd have Blacksmith copper overflow of priority 9. Another bar again. Oop. There we go. I'm not going to make a large bars stockpile. I don't particularly think that would be useful for the blacksmith. There we go. That should be fine. Now the blacksmith will have a priority of 4. And we also want furniture. No, we want storage and crates. Go ahead and build some crates. Now then, while that's all going on, let's check up here. The floors are being continued, though there's no light being cast on this one, which is unfortunate. It might not cast down properly. But in that case, I can always put a torch over there as well. I'll have to see how that works out. It's something I've been thinking of trying for a while, to have like a 2-high room with the torch on the second level of that, and to see if the light will propagate down, but it might not. Now, let's just check you out. Have you got any wounds at all? Because you have fought a lot of things. Oh no. What have I done? I've encouraged them to kill dozens and dozens of Mants. I may have doomed us all. We have a hero goblin. One thing that typically happened in Dwarf Fortress is if anything managed to kill enough of something else, it would be named by the dwarves. It'd become like a legendary beast. Like you could have like a sparrow man who's named or whatever, a giant eagle. So we have below the balding spit. Balding spit, okay. Of Cinderfragment. He has killed 13 Mants. Oh dear. He's got a 44 in hammer. That's comparable to the sort of skills that our gnomes have, but our gnomes have nowhere near as good weapon or armor. He hasn't got as good armor skill as most of our gnomes, honestly. We might be able to take him. It's the one in steel armor that I'm truly terrified of, though. This might be the best chance we have of getting out there, though. This is the problem I'm facing. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit more. In fairness, that torch is spreading a lot of light around there. That's not too bad. It might just be that tile that's darkened. Ah, damn it. I think we need to do this. Fortified seals. And Velvet Evildoers. I am going to let this episode drag on through this last fight, because this may be the end of this fort. I hope it's not, but it very well may be. So we are going to get a gnome over here, open up the fort, and send out our gnomes to battle. Fingers crossed. No one dies. Fingers, toes, eyes, and anything else that you can crossed, but the fort doesn't fall. Ah, no. Get back, you dick. Gotta wait for someone else to come along and do the job now. And the sun has risen. Ah, no way. And there are 1 million Mants outside. Damn it. Okay, what are you named as? Oh no, you're not named. You haven't killed anyone. It's been the one in iron who's been killing everyone. That's kind of surprising. Okay, never mind then. It looks like this episode is not going to end in an epic fight. It is, in fact, Spider Slaughter has been given a reprieve, a stay of execution. In the next episode, I'm probably going to wait for the goblins to kill all of the Mants, and then decide that we're not interesting enough and bugger off. I doubt that'll happen. What will probably happen is I'll wait for them to engage the Mants in some sort of epic struggle, kill them all off, then we'll charge out and take on the 2 goblins, because we stand an infinitely better chance of doing that than facing off against a horde of Mants, unfortunately. Yeah. So, in this episode, let's go check quickly before we leave on whether or not we have... Aha! Can this make a wrench? It can. Okay, so in the next episode, we will also be making a wrench. And then a tinker's workshop, then an engineer's workshop, and then we're going to be building some traps. So a lot of stuff to happen in the next episode, honestly. Wish us luck. But for now, I will leave you with the sight of our troops arrayed, ready for battle. Let's hope the battle goes in our favor. But until then, and as always, do take care.